All right. We got about 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna hit the go live button for the beginning of or for the pre-show we leave up. Those watching,
Time for the
welcome.
dad jokes.
Oh,
No.
not again.
No, those are only for Sunday.
Okay.
I'm waiting for my
Sunday.
bathroom to be
See-
open, and I gotta run off and take a leak.
No worries, man. You got a minute. Nah, yeah. No more dad jokes.
You know, your thing here, Cook, is the DACA readings. You can leave your dad jokes over there.
Yeah, dad jokes are the Sunday thing. That's our pre-session Sunday warm up.
Oh, Hawken has dad jokes.
With it, we all have dad jokes over
Oh,
there. It's
okay.
bad.
They didn't after that fight though. It was
They weren't very
Oh,
happy.
Can you imagine? It's like everyone's just bloody and bruised, and it's like,
No. The dad
No,
jokes
you can't say one. You
warm-up.
can't say one.
They're a pre-game warm up. That's all.
yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's very satisfying seeing that the last episode is exactly 3 hours. For this
Yep.
stream.
Is it
It's exactly 3 hours.
nice?
Wasn't done on purpose either. I just randomly ended it. Well, I mean, the end. We came to an end in all
Yeah.
fairness, because the party was drained after that combat. 3 hours
She
of
would-
combat will do that to you, though.
She wouldn't die.
No, she wouldn't.
I'm talking about the light, not your guys's. Last
Oh.
time we did this Monday, it was 3 hours exactly.
Yes, that I did on purpose because I was watching the clock. So, some D&D games towards the end, I do tend to pad a little bit, I've learned. I've rewatched some of my recordings a little bit. Though, in fairness, I've also learned after rewatching some of the old episodes, I don't have to pad much. I just gotta put a duck in a room and these fuckers will sit there for an hour.
Or put a crude cave painting on the wall, and we'll sit there for 2 weeks.
It wasn't that... My art wasn't that bad, alright? Fuck you.
You know, if you wanted to get a cave painting, you'd
Ow.
be pretty good at a cave painting.
It took us 3 days, I think, to figure out that it was to conclusively decide that was a cat on one of the 3.
I still love man with cone beard.
It was.
Ice
It
cream
was a
beard.
dwarf.
was a man with a cone beard. It was some kind of wizard with a long beard.
Oh man.
I stand by what I originally said.
So, are we the light anymore? Accurate title.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we are anymore.
That's
We're not
fair.
very good.
Look, the light symbol is good, but the light also symbolizes when you're dead and going off to the afterlife.
That
I mean,
is
it kinda-
also
It's also
True.
true.
We are literally the light at the end of people's lives. Not a good thing, but we are.
All right. Robert, are you? Do you need a minute still?
We can start.
Okay. All right. Welcome everyone. Hello. Welcome to the beginning of the show. Last time we left off, as Grumpy had put it, we went for exactly 3 hours. The party had a nice, fun bit of combat. They got teleported to a very unique realm. And ended up getting some a very interesting shield that Sieko has gotten a chance to take a look at. But upon teleporting to this realm of forgotten pages, which will probably be what the new term for the 1D&D will be when it eventually becomes 6th edition, we returned to the party having spent an unknown amount of time sitting and reading books. Relaxing within the long halls of the library. About half, what you'd assume to be around half an hour, roughly, into having arrived here and the books having been brought to you. Tickdrick, Sieko, yes, and Daka, you are brought a couple of magical items on order of the owner of this realm in this library, with Daka being given his +2 leather armor by one of the foxkin that was helping out, Sieko being handed a strangely customized ring, and then Tickdrick also being handed a very unique set of armor. But yeah, as a few hours have come by or gone by, you lot have been enjoying yourselves reading. Food has been brought to you. For the most part, you've been treated as honorary guests as you've kind of thumbed through the books looking about. It's quite nice and enjoyable, the atmosphere, as Daka's classical music continues to kind of soothe over the reading. Which is also terrible because now you're less likely to remember it without that exact song.
Hold on,
Tip
what
for
song is this,
studying, by the
Daka?
way. Daka one day will have to name the orchestra that plays in his head.
Yes.
Um,
I thought we clarified it was Flight of the Valkyries.
only
that was
when he's
during
in
battle.
battle. That's only when
Only
he's
in
battle.
Yeah, it
Just battle
changes
song.
based on the mood, the atmosphere around him. As an example, it was playing very loud trumpeting, sneaking music when he was trying to sneak around quietly in Zopip's lab.
Bum, 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 bum,
Well,
bum.
Daka was trying to read, so it probably just sounded like a record, like skipping.
Yeah, every few seconds the music kind of jumps, tracks, and starts up again as you see Daka gets caught on a small word. Many of the words he understands, but there are some of the more common terms that are a little difficult for him. Although you're amazed at Daka's understanding of the scientific languages and of the dwarves and the understanding of reading through some of the old biology studies of dead creatures.
Genius.
Modest dorky.
So good.
Daka genius of his people.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys find yourselves sitting around this table, enjoying yourselves reading books. You can hear the occasional swaying in the distance of some very large creature, but otherwise you are left undisturbed for the most part. What would y'all like to do?
I wish to. I have an open slot. I will attune to the ring.
Okay. As you, excuse me. As you begin to attune to this very crudely designed iron ring, it takes a minute, and you feel a strange pull on your hand as the ring tightens around your finger even further, and then seems to kind of expand back out to a normal size. And you hear the strange sound suddenly in your head. Who the fuck thinks to put a ring like this on in this day and age?
I can beat someone with this.
As you just say this out loud.
No.
But as you hear the voice continue in your head and go, that's not beating rings. You want spiked rings if you're gonna do that.
No, spiked rings are better, but a heavy ring like this works just fine. Leaves a good mark.
Listen, if you go to the bronze wells of the banished lands beyond the Great Wall, those spiked rings are much more effective.
No, I'll keep that in mind.
And the voice goes quiet. No worries, you're good.
Yeah.
I guess we'll look over this set of armor to see what it's about.
Okay. As you kind of look it over, let me pull up the exact description here. It seems to, with this dull gray color to it, you recognize almost immediately the imprint on the bottom, almost small piece of like what do they call it? Almost like a kilt, if you will, around your waist at the very bottom end of the armor. And you notice that on there is sewn in a strange marking that's identical to the one underneath your arm that none of the party has ever noticed as the hive's mark to represent what hive you belong to, and they are identical.
Why did they? Very suspicious. Want to hunt me, and now they're giving me something? What the heck?
I think if you're wearing unique armor, they'll be able to find you easier.
Yeah, that's right. Do I recall any Lycreens ever wearing something like this?
Yes, 3 of them are known to, and none of them do you know their names. You just know 2 of them are male, and one was the heir to the hive, a princess in training.
Stuff's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's an extremely rare piece.
Guess I'll try it on. See how
Alright.
it feels.
As you put it on, it immediately starts to tighten around your body, and you feel yourself get very sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yes. You all watch as Tick-Trick kind of slowly lays down and just starts to snore.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's not supposed to happen.
It
I
does.
don't think he's ever done that before.
What?
You all watch as Tick-Trick slowly kind of gets his body starts to kind of morph a little bit, and you notice the exoskeleton around his shoulders and arms seem to kind of start to crack and kind of pull off, and seem to kind of slowly form a shell before his body turns into a full, like almost like a roly-poly or a potato bug, depending on where you're from, as far as like completely rolled up into a shell.
Neptune. Okay.
That's definitely not normal.
Oh.
I could use
Well, at least we can roll him wherever we need to go.
throw this at somebody.
No.
It's the perfect shape.
You see suddenly a sign appears on one of the bookshelves down, just slightly away from your table, and it says, "Please do not throw Thry-Creens inside the library."
I'm not gonna throw him in the library. I meant later in battle.
The sign suddenly disappears.
Do I have any senses right now, or am I
No,
sleeping?
you're just out. You're unconscious.
Okay.
I'm
Would
belligerent.
like to poke him with the handle of the hand axe of charity.
Okay. As you kind of like poke at him, the shell is extremely hard. You can, as you kind of tap it, you can feel it reverberate through the whole axe.
Hey guys, Tick Trick is hard.
Shell. We've got to get him out.
Is Daka gonna get him out?
Maybe it's like an egg, Daka.
His own body's doing this.
Oh, I don't know. Thry-Creens.
Daka would know that eggs, predominantly being laid by birds, are supposed to be sat on to keep warm.
No, don't
He,
do
he
this.
would know that from the research that the dwarf would have taught him. That would be a
Muscle
very common thing.
protect Tick-Trick egg. Will sit on egg.
As the warmest thing here now.
Oh, please
Oh,
don't.
you don't. I think you're gonna be happy with Daka instead.
Yeah, you know what? If anyone's gonna say, please let it be Daka.
You know, as Daka kind of comes over and takes a squat. He's not a comfortable chair, Daka, but he's sturdy. He doesn't move at all. Tick-Trick, you suddenly, in your unconsciousness, the scent of Daka just kind of invades your mind for a moment.
It smells like dirt in here.
It's well hygienic, thank you very much.
But yeah.
Consent of dog. That's not a sentence I wanted to hear.
So, how long before he hatches, Daka?
I don't know. I just know you're supposed to sit on them until they hatch.
You see Tick-Trick's shell suddenly starts to glow with an arcane like light for a moment, and then it stops.
Oh, maybe sitting on it was the right idea. It seems to be making progress.
Just sit here, wait for the egg to hatch.
A few seconds go by, and a foxkin comes walking in, on two legs, bright blue fur, a little bit of a white patch on their chest. And they look over, or they come walking up to you lot with a bit more of a urgency than you'd expect. And they go, good Sir Doc, can you believe that he will hatch?
Of course he's gonna hatch. I'm sitting on him.
And suddenly, Tickdrick hatches, and you see the Foxkin just let out a sigh and go, when he thought that the only way for him to hatch was if he sat on him and then he'd have to hatch from that, that left an indefinite time. You almost cursed your friend to permanent shell.
That would have been amazing. Oh, my God.
No.
The Foxkin looks at, I ran over here before you accidentally fossilized your friend. Oh, now,
Did I hatch? Did I hear this?
you hear this as you are now being sat on by Daka directly.
I'd like to go over and shake that fox kid's hand.
Tickdrick is a little bit larger. His skin has grown, or his exoskeleton is now completely night black. His eyes, you notice, do change colors as he opens and closes them. Yeah, he seems a little bit larger overall. As you run over, though, Tickdrick, your wings suddenly sprout out of your back for a moment, and then come back in. And the Foxkin kind of looks at you and smiles and goes, and that's why we didn't want you to sit on him and crack him. As the Foxkin starts writing something down and drawing Tickdrick.
So, Daka, I think that makes you Tickdrick's mom.
Yeah, that's how it works in the wild usually.
The Foxkin goes, in Thorkeen culture, the hive mother, if you will, would have to hand feed her children. Mouth to mouth was the expected, unfortunate.
I take back my thanks.
Tickdrick, come here. I have to feed you, apparently.
What will you feed me, Daka?
Oh, no, I have some rations on me. I'll chew them up for you right quick, little one.
I know birds. Birds usually eat worms.
I've eaten a few worms.
Do you have any worms?
We can get some.
The Foxkin just turns and walks away.
I'll feed you later, little one.
Am I still wearing the armor, or is it?
Yeah, you're wearing it. It does auto tune to you.
Okay. Wings. Can I try and fly for a second?
Yeah, give me a Arcana check.
Arcana
What if the
check.
wings are wet?
Oh. Hold on, I have disadvantage because of exhaustion. I rolled double sixes. That's funny.
You rolled what?
Double sixes. For a
As
seven.
you kind of start to let your wings go out, you start to float off the ground for a minute, and the magic completely goes out of control, and the wings completely just go back into your body, and you fall to the ground after floating up 2 feet.
Ow.
Tickdrick, that's not how you fly. You fly with a rock.
Let's not do that in the library.
Okay,
You can fly on metal chunks too. I've done that before.
Really?
Hmm? What?
You fly with
Explain.
metal chunks?
The airships.
Oh,
Oh.
It's metal chunks.
that's an interesting name
fine.
for a ship.
Yeah,
Is that the name of our ship? Metal Chunks.
that's what I call it.
Good name.
I'm hungry for eggs.
Maybe we'll get some when we get out of the library.
We'll look for some eggs when we leave.
Sounds good.
Wait, how long has it been? How long was I out?
You don't know.
I don't know.
None of you
Sounds
know.
like
There's no clocks. There's no anything to signify the time changing.
We were told we would be given away after 24 hours, so it hasn't been 24 hours yet. That's all we know.
Okay,
Well,
back to reading, I guess.
Daka is as Daka does as Daka do.
What kind of?
Yeah,
what-
but
Alright. Hours begin to pass, or what you feel are hours. Time continues. Nothing goes on. More hours pass. No one comes to check on you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to look around.
Alright. As you start kind of walking towards the central portion of the library where the second story can clearly then see the first, being on the second story yourself. As the mass opening comes out before you, you look down and you see the many fountains with different statues of different races, flowers going around the fountains, Foxkin kind of walking back and forth, tending to things, some with books, some, just clipping the gardens, some playing in the water. In the distance, you notice on the first floor, you can see shadows of something extremely large. That seems to always be at the corner of your vision, never as you look straight on. Yeah. That's with you.
Would like
massive.
to
Yeah, go ahead.
to go up, find one of the foxkin.
All right. As many of the Foxkin being on the first floor, one of them kind of comes running up towards you lot, kind of at somewhat of a jog as they see you, and they kind of come start sprinting even faster as you kind of start looking towards their direction, trying to catch up. And as they come up, they go, "How can I be of service?"
So when are we going to make our way out of here?
Your portal was open 2 weeks ago.
Well, how come nobody told us?
We did.
What?
Which one did you tell?
We messaged the one that was in the egg.
Go figure. Okay. Is this, where do I find the portal?
Well, the portal's closed now. It's been over 2 weeks.
Oh, well. Can we open another one, please?
Oh, no, now you belong to the master of this domain. If you don't leave within the time of the portal, you become owned by the one who runs this realm.
Great. I see.
Did you not notice it? Did you not know? You accepted the contract when you came through. Every being does that comes through.
Hictrick fucked us over again.
Ah, yes.
I am just going to head back towards the party.
All right, as you kind of start heading back down the aisles of books, the Foxkin kind of jogs off again. You come to find your party kind of just chilling out. Daka thinking about eggs. Tiktrick contemplating not being sat on, and Sieko looking at his ring.
My eyes are glowing red and smoke is just dumping out of them. Tiktrick, I am very aggressively walking directly at you.
Passion, what's wrong? What's wrong, buddy?
So when were you going to tell us about this message?
What? What message?
You know, the message that said our portal was open 2 weeks ago?
I didn't get a message.
That's not what they told me.
Was it? Maybe I fell asleep somehow. Do you think it might happen during then?
I don't know. You tell me.
I didn't get a message, so
Well, you might want to figure that out because they said we are now stuck here and slaves to whoever runs this domain.
Suddenly, a Foxkin pops up behind Bastion's shoulder and goes, "Technically, I didn't say slave."
So why don't we just
How large is he?
He is only 4 feet tall. He is climbing on your shoulder currently, but you don't feel him on your shoulder.
Can I grab him by the scruff?
Yeah. He
Love
willingly lets you as you kind of pull him over. He's got
I'm
giant
just
blue
gonna, like-
fox.
Hold him out in front of me.
He just kind of stares at you empathetically, not really bothered, but also concerned for your well-being.
Can you not climb on me?
To climb, or not to climb? That is truly a question in life you must answer.
Well, what am I
Are
climbing?
are you one of them flying foxes?
I can fly, actually. I do have that spell available.
Okay, just keep that in mind. And I will, not drop him on the ground, but I will very not softly put him down.
Diego, what are we climbing?
When we open a portal and leave.
Oh, why don't we just open
My
a
brother
portal
just
then?
raped the family is what's going
You know-
on. Look, I get that
I
things haven't
mean, what?
exactly
You just
been
gotta
going.
do
What the fuck?
we just gotta do the same thing that we entered with, right?
Well, you did it last time, so go ahead.
That makes sense. Just gonna open a portal. Simple. Like I did last time, right? Yes.
Yes.
Do it like you somehow
All
made
right,
me-
Daka. How do you open a portal?
I'm gonna think about it real hard. I'm gonna picture what happened last time. I'm gonna
Why don't you go
think
somewhere cool?
hard about the portal that brought us here. Go back.
All right.
Think about it in reverse.
'Cause
Maybe that'll
I
help.
held it open before. That means I can open a portal. Yeah.
Give me a D100 roll.
Oh. You know, maybe if we become enough a nuisance, they'll let us
I'm
leave.
gonna get the fuck out of the way.
Takes a few steps back.
28.
28. All right. Give me another D100.
My brain.
It's just Daka tensing up really hard with his hands. in front-
76.
All right.
Brain power.
Flame blast.
You all watch as a doorway just suddenly opens in front of you of this strange blue light. Daka, you learn the spell Gate.
God.
Because the spell takes effect, but the caster retains the spell or spell slot and components aren't consumed. So
Yeah, I learned
you learn the spell Gate. Congrats. You can't use it because you can't cast that high, but you do know how. You do know how to cast it.
Yay!
All right, let's go.
Yeah, you see this shining blue light just kind of open up in front of you. And all right, Goji follows along behind the party. Daka, do you go in first?
No.
Who's
I
go?
do.
Cheko?
Ikdrick is going in first.
Trick's going in there.
Okay.
You know what?
Scout.
Sure. I'll go in first. Why
And
not?
by that, Bastion is pushing him by the shoulder towards the gate.
Okay. As you come through the other side, Tiktrick, the land, you come into a land that's just dark. The skies are black, the clouds are gray, the land is gray, the dirt's gray, the blades of grass are gray. There's no portal behind you. You're just standing in a very large, open, white grass field.
Weird. You know what? Just on precaution, I will activate the see invisibility of my eyes now,
Okay.
just in case. It lasts an hour, so
Yep. You see nothing
okay.
for miles.
Guys,
They don't. Sieko, Daka, and Bastion. As you see this, you watch Tiktrick go through, and nothing.
I guess it's safe. Everyone else through.
Yeah,
Go
next.
behind.
Sieko and
first I'll get
Daka
to my
come running
locations.
through.
I guess I will also follow in.
The foxkin, as you start walking through Bastion with one foot through, comes up behind you and jumps onto your shoulder to shove and goes, "Enjoy Abaddon!" and pushes and disappears as the portal closes.
know what Abaddon is.
You do know.
None
None of you hear this. Tiktrick, as you're kind of standing there, suddenly Daka and Sieko just kind of bump into you, shoving you forward.
That was pretty rude.
And as you kind of go,
Oh, you gotta continue moving forward for the rest of us.
as you go forward a few steps, then Sieko and Bastion, you walk right into the back of Sieko. Sieko doesn't even feel you. You just kind of walk into him, not meaning to, just walking through the portal.
Daka, where are we? Where'd you take us?
I don't know. My mind was just full of gray things, I guess.
Could you? This place is weird.
So what does gray mean to you, Daka?
Nothing.
Oh,
I mean, why not at least take us to like a green world?
Well, think of that next time. My apologies. I was just very bored when I was making this.
what is the ground
I
like?
guess
It's
Gray
like,
is bored then.
is it like the ground normal? Like it's still like the world's material plane esque? They're
The
just all
dirt,
gray.
as you kind of go to feel, or as you kind of stretch your feet out, Tickdrick, to feel the dirt beneath it, it feels like dirt. It feels like what you'd expect of the material plane. There's no trees. There's no nothing, though, for miles, from what you can see.
Well, guess we just start walking or something. I don't know.
I
There's not
mean,
much to
yeah.
see.
Something.
I could try and dig down and see if there's anything underground.
You're welcome to.
Alright, fuck it. I'll dig down a little bit. See how it's looking.
As you start to, you get about a foot of dirt dug up, and then you hit something very hard that your hands cannot crack through. And as you look, it looks to be some sort of large, maybe geode. It could be some sort of crystal. You're not sure, but it's a very hard rock-like material that is very well, it would normally be brightly colored, but due to the very gray and blackened skies, it's more of like a deepish bluish purple.
Is it hollow?
It seems pretty solid to you.
Hey, Sieko, you want to punch this? See what it does? Because this is weird.
Huh? I'm punching things. Okay.
I still want eggs.
An egg
I don't
suddenly
think so.
appears in
Oh.
front of Daka. Just a small chip of egg.
Nice.
Now you gonna eat that raw?
Well, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, I was asking why we would cook it.
Sieko, are you're gonna punch the geode?
I was asked to punch it. I'm gonna punch it.
All right, make an attack.
Remember this be a creature, and we gotta make a big
27.
27 doesn't hit, break its AC. You slam your fist into it, and it doesn't even phase the rock.
Sturdy rock.
mistake.
Hmm.
Is it better than your rock, Daka?
That's a stupid question, Dick Drake. You're an idiot.
That was rude.
I mean, I thought it was obvious too. I mean, his rock is green. This one's not green by Daka logic. Then I think the answer is obvious.
Does Daka think this rock's weaker than his rock?
Absolutely.
Is that you want to try again?
Well, that
Oh, you want me
just
to try
means my
again?
rock- that
He
just
thinks
means
it's
my
weaker
rock
than
is
his rock.
Stronger than that rock. Simple.
All right, if he believes it's weaker than his rock, I'll try again.
All right. Go ahead and make me another attack.
It's a nat 20 for a 31.
You fall through the geode like water.
Adventure!
And now you find yourself floating in the center of a very large rock in a bluish purple like liquid.
I'm not falling through the liquid.
Nope.
Interesting.
You're floating in it.
Oh,
That's concerning.
Sieko?
I'm standing on liquid.
You're actually currently swimming in it.
Yeah, but to Sieko, he's always fallen right through it. This is basically standing on liquid.
Why are you swimming in rocks, Yakko?
It's like water. Not.
As you go to speak, nothing comes out of the rock. You guys don't hear anything. You just see him floating inside it and opening his mouth.
I'll message him. What's going on, Sieko? Why can't you talk?
I can actually cast message back because they're in. What do you mean?
You're not saying anything.
Huh. Magic liquid.
Can't he just swim back up?
Suddenly, Sieko floats him back up to the top and pops out. The rock becomes solid again.
Oh, the rock fixed.
Sieko, for the first time in your life, you just got tossed up in the air. It was only a few feet, but it's still impressive.
The second time. You launched me with a dragon tail before.
It's true, I did.
And I flew like 100 feet in the air with that one.
Oh, I guess we start walking then. This the bigger direction, I suppose.
Nothing
Mm.
interesting in the rock, gonna be honest.
Alright, I have a perfect way to figure out which way we go. Doc is gonna put his sword in the ground and let it fall in a direction.
Roll a d4.
I should have known.
4.
4. All right. With a 4, you as you're kind of looking, or as you're watching your sword fall, it doesn't.
Oh.
It just stays standing on its point.
Does that mean up?
I mean, up or down?
Yeah. That's never happened before.
Maybe try and knock it over.
That defeats the
Goji
purpose.
says this is like a story his pa would tell him when you're dead.
Oh,
Dead.
are we dead?
Well, I didn't die.
I don't think I'm dead.
How could you be dead if you don't die? That doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Well, if it didn't fall, I guess we just stay here. That's all I got.
You know, I could use a nap. Well, not a nap, but like a rest.
As Tictric says this, you watch as Tictric just falls to the ground unconscious.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
Goji does not feel dead. He doesn't feel, though, the reverberations in the air like he would normally. The world is very still.
Now hear me out. I have an idea.
Oh,
Daka
Tictric
knows,
doesn't.
Daka knows how to cast
Yeah.
Gate, although he can't cast Elf. I have a ring with 9 spells.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, if we work together, can I cast Gate through the ring?
No.
Damn. That's worth a shot.
No, it was. That's a fully. If it was a different character that was stuck in the ring, then yes, most likely. But with this one specifically, no.
Does the man in the ring know how to cast a spell to get us back to the material
I
plane?
mean, you can ask him.
Whoever you are, do you know a spell to get us back to the material plane?
He takes
You
a
see-
minute, and you hear him. He's like actually contemplating for a minute and like looking through. You hear some shuffling in the background, and a few minutes go by. A few more minutes go by, and he goes, "Huh. And it goes quiet again for a few
Okay.
seconds.
Time. He's got it.
Still sleeping.
You hear the voice come back and go, Takes another minute.
Duncan's bored. He's gonna start painting the grass green.
Man in a ring, that's going in the book, right? A man kind of continues, goes, "Oh, yes, I do know a spell.
Oh. Okay.
But that depends. Yeah, do you know where you are right now?
No.
That's
Not at all.
That's a problem. Never mind, I don't know any spells.
Man, I wonder if somebody knew where we were.
You're gonna smell, see if
Only.
anything, you smell anything in the sky. Alright, Siaka, if you want to roll that.
That's his perception.
Yeah.
Right, his is a +5, so I'll roll the d20. 21.
21. Yeah, as Goji kind of starts sniffing at the air, it doesn't have a scent, which in itself is unheard. It is both a scent and unheard of. There's no smell of people, animals, dung, the sea, the land, nothing. It's you
Anything
don't-
smell
I'm-
us?
If I'm correct, only Goji heard that this was Abaddon, right? Before
No,
he got-
it was Bastion. that
Bastion
heard
heard it. Yeah, Bastion got
Bastion.
told it was Abaddon before you got pushed through. But as
I
you
think you said nobody heard it.
no, you did hear it, Bastion, as far as it goes.
Okay.
As you got
Nobody
shoved
else
through.
heard it. You
Yeah.
did though.
They called this place Abaddon.
I'll look back to my ring. Well, we're in a plane called Abaddon. Does that help?
So you're in hell.
Oh, cool.
Well, you're dead. This is the realm of the dead where I'm. How?
We walked through a gate spell. Well,
Why don't you
a little-
just recast Gate? Yes, you are, Tick.
because the guy who cast it isn't a caster.
So how did he cast it in the first place?
Is Sieko just talking to a ring, or is this in his
Sieko's
head?
just staring at his ring and talking in his head.
From what I understand and what I was told, if his race thinks something, it happens, but it happens randomly.
So why not have him think to go home?
Because it could easily backfire.
And what, you end up in his home?
Alright, I'll ask him. I'll see what happens.
Just an idea. The ring goes quiet.
Hey, Doc, if you think really hard, can you take us to your home?
Or the lemon farm?
Or the battlefield we were just on? I mean, there's a lot of options.
Yeah, you could think about the battlefields we were just on, and killing things.
All right, DM, that's a lot of options. I kind of want to roll randomly to see which one I'm thinking about.
Which one of the
try
three?
to open the game again.
Okay.
The lemon with a battle to the death.
So the lemon fields, the battlefield you are on, or your home. All right, yeah, give me a D4.
1.
Okay. And then give me 2 D100 rolls.
79 and 20.
20. All right. As Daka begins to think, for a moment he just kind of contemplates, and then he gets lost in his brain and starts staring at the grass and thinking about eggs again. And a portal opens up. But as this gate kind of just suddenly appears in front of you, you also watch as suddenly Daka just blinks out of existence as a gate opens up where he was standing. As both target and caster are hit by the same effect of the spell.
I'm
Okay.
already there.
Well,
the gate gone.
I'll walk through one of the two gates. It doesn't really matter.
they both go to the same place. I will say, Tick is still unconscious on the floor.
Yeah, please don't leave me here.
I'll
Just say it.
drag him. I'm gonna put him over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, Bastion, I assume you're just gonna follow through once more as you watch this.
Yeah, I suppose.
Alright. As you all come through, you find yourself in an abandoned, large, open area of grass and hills and trees. The sounds of birds chirping, the sweet smell of salt on the air from the ocean, as well as fruit that's growing from the trees. Some that have kind of fallen and become a bit more fermented than others. And as you all look around, you've got no fucking clue where you are. But Tick wakes up suddenly.
am I still exhausted?
You are no longer exhausted, Tick.
Yay.
However, you're staying on my shoulder.
I'd like to turn to a ghost and get out of your shoulder.
I will pick you up again if you do.
I don't like being held, please. Thank you,
You are-
but no thank
You are Sieko's friend. You will stay because you are safe.
If you keep
Good argument.
falling asleep like that, Tick, we can't have you walking.
I'm
around,
not sleepy
don't you know?
anymore. I've never been sleepy before. That was weird.
No, it's okay. Finish your nap.
I'm done.
That was a short nap.
Yeah. I don't usually sleep.
Nap longer.
No.
So, DM.
Yes.
Am I home?
You don't know. It just looks like a giant field of grass, hills, trees. You don't see anybody around. There's fruits
Alright.
on the trees.
Daka, do the trick again to pick a direction.
Oh, hey, the color came back. What happened?
We teleported again.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sword in the ground. Show me the way.
I like to imagine the first time it's because you stuck it into the ground so it wouldn't fall over.
As you put the sword in the, set to the ground, point down, the sword continues to stay standing.
God damn it.
Can I try with the hilt towards the ground?
Yeah, as you flip it around, it immediately falls straight into the ground, straight down.
Oh, wait.
Fuck.
Oh. Taco, what's wrong with your sword?
It just,
To echo another thought, I will stay on your shoulder.
Okay.
I think I need my weapon back.
it's about 2 feet into the ground.
Hey,
Pull it
Drake.
What?
I need your help. My weapon's stuck in the ground.
Pick it up then.
Are you fucking blind?
What? It's in the ground. Pick it up.
DM, can I mold Earth it back up?
Yeah, fully.
I'll-
As you kind of lean over and touch the ground.
I got it.
All right. As you lean over and touch the ground, the earth kind of starts to push up, and the sword slowly envelops out, as if it's being presented from the ground itself.
Dick Drake is an asshole. I will pick back up my weapon.
All right. Yeah, you pick up your sword.
Does that mean go down?
I choose this way as I walk forward.
Can I
Okay.
look at the fruits on the trees?
Yep. What are you trying to figure out?
What kind of fruit they are?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
I'll take a nature check. One of the two.
Doesn't really matter. They're the same.
That's
We'll go 18 on nature.
all right. You recognize these very pale green-looking apples that have little dots on them with that are just darker shades of green. Are called orc apples. Known famously because people like to joke that they look like little green orc heads growing in trees. They are extremely bitter, but taste very good when made in sweets, and only grow in the former Storming Empire, now known as the Welf Empire.
Oh, we're in the wrong orc land.
Daka, these apples are green. And they look like orcs.
Well, obviously, they're the best.
Doc, as you
Did
look
you want to
up,
eat one?
you recognize your clan used to camp or used to pass through here and set up camp, depending on the season of cooking and hunting.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Those taste good.
Also,
Bitter, though.
don't we have a ship?
I mean, we need a place to expand it. We're kind of in a thick forest.
No, it's just a big field with trees on the sides of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
I want to eat an apple.
Koji's good at discerning fruits. He has never seen fruits like this before. Daka, as you reach up to grab an apple, and as soon as you take a bite, it is bitter as all hell, just like you remember.
Also, Koji's nature's negative too.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. Right.
I remember having to eat 2 bushel of these before Mom would let me go to sleep.
It's all apples.
Green apples make green orc strong, she always said. Mama don't lie.
I didn't know apples grew on bushels, Daka. Are you
No.
sure she
Daka?
wasn't making you eat trees worth?
Now, DM, I have an important.
You know.
Sieko knows how to make alcohol.
Yes.
What kind of alcohol could he make with these? Obviously, that's the only.
Fermenting fruit is a pretty simple process. You can make any sort of wine with that, or he can push it further if he wanted to make a scotch or whiskey, but he'd need more barley. Best he can do is some sort of wine with the materials he has at hand.
Cider.
Moonshine.
Cider, yeah. Well, ciders are wine, technically.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the way the fermenting process works, anything that's a fruit processing, if I'm right, starts as a wine. Grain is a beer or a hard liquor.
I can try to collect some, but I'll ask Doc. Doc, can you get me a few? Because I think I'll shatter the fruit if I touch them.
Okay, well, sure. No problem.
Alright.
could get you apples.
Daka, give me a dex check for as you climb the trees and start grabbing apples.
Can
Oh,
I
that was
look
a saving
around?
throw. My bad. Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries. What's up, Tick Trick?
20.
Can I look around to see if there's like, any structures, like bigger, like cities?
You
or
want me to
anything
put down
in
so you
the-
can look around?
in the horizon? Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a perception check, and you also all notice as Goji kind of continues to stare at Daka awkwardly. Daka, with a 20, as you start climbing the trees, it's no problem. The apples come down, you grab them, you plucking them everywhere, you know, mixing them up, mixing and matching the different colors, the different shades. And after a while, you come down with almost like 60 apples. You'd roughly guessed about 10 pounds worth of apples in all.
Is this enough apples for you, Siako?
Yeah, this will work.
Should I eat one?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. And Tick Trick, did you already give me your perception check?
It's a 20.
20. All right, as you kind of start running around looking, there's nothing that's really discerning. There's some rather large hills to your south. There's a river to your north. And there's trees all around you.
You said we're in the Wealth Lands.
Yes.
Well,
That would be the former
Well-
Storming Empire.
I think we are in what used to be the Storming Empire. The Wealth Lands, they call it now.
Oh.
I know that's where these apples grew from.
I've never been.
Well, I don't
I
know
didn't know
all
there's a
about
Storming
that.
Empire.
I just used to come by here as a lad.
I do believe Bastion was here before, but
Yes.
not as Bastion.
No, Bastion has been here before, because this is he would know that the Orklands was where he was resurrected with the
Oh, okay.
hammer.
We
Yeah.
found you here.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Well, that and
You've also
I was
been here
part
when
of
you
that
guys-
initial battle.
Yeah, you were
You met-
also here
as
when you
Hammer.
met Welf again in his capital of Stormshold.
This is the third time Bastion's been here.
Yeah,
Yep.
because you were also here during the library thing where Daka's former character Durmar got tortured by some very buff women.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yep.
oh, I was there for that one.
Yeah, we
That was very-
know you were there for that one.
No, we had a fun outing together. I'll
I don't
tell you
think
what.
Cook ever forgave you for that one.
Look, he chose to go with me. I didn't want him to.
God damn it.
You did not.
But yeah.
Okay.
So as you lot kind of start are kind of standing around, you find nothing, Tick Trick, as the apples are kind of gathered up.
I mean, there's a river.
Patrick, this is you remember Durmar got
What got
cured
cured?
by those ladies
Yeah. Are we near there?
somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but
Hmm.
All right, well, let's figure it out quickly. Goji's gonna release the airship.
I mean, there's a river that
Okay.
way. We could see if there's a town there, and I think people like to settle on rivers.
As the
What's on
ship
your
expands out in front of you, you hear the minor whisper of from Goji going, "Does Sieko eat Dakas?" As Goji is both scared and confused.
What?
What?
the apples.
The apples, yeah, he's referring to
Oh.
because they look like
Oh.
little Dakas.
Oh,
I'm gonna make them into drinks, but they're not literally orcs. Okay.
Goji doesn't understand. He thinks that because he sees them as just little green orc heads. He's never
He-
seen
he-
fruit like this, so
He can think what he wants.
it's true.
gee,
Um,
that's a fruit.
as
They're
the
delicious, Goji. Try one.
Goji will not find those delicious. As you guys start to, or as the ship kind of expands out, cracking a few of the trees, you hear a squeak in the distance from behind one of the trees.
Oh no.
And as you all look, you see this little orc kid,
Oh.
just kind of peeking his head out and staring at you lot. He is a very dull green, and about maybe 2-3 feet tall, roughly. No more, less than 100 pounds.
I kind of look at him. I look at Daka. I look back. Daka?
Man. It's crazy. I missed him.
Oh.
All right.
I kind of look back to the kid.
The kid waves.
Are you okay?
I wave back.
What am I? What? Oh.
Little kid kind of sees Daka with recognition, starts kind of jogging over. You see he disappears for a second. Tickrick, your see invisibility spell can fully encapsulate him just running towards you guys at a jog as he comes back into vision as he gets closer. And the kid just kind of runs up and hugs Daka's leg, more like his calf as he doesn't come up to his knee, and then just smiles and kind of steps back and looks at all of you.
Sneaky kid.
Hello, little orc.
My name, Daka.
Oh.
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 Well, my name's Yaka.
I'm bigger Daka. he
I'm-
stomps his
I'm
foot.
I'm the bigger Yaka.
He suddenly claps his hand. You see a massive lightning bolt kind of start to char between his fingers. It kind of strikes and the heat comes off of it. And he looks at him and goes, "No, I Daka!" And it explodes out.
Why do we leave this kid alone?
Daka.
Oh no!
Alright, I'm backing away.
Give me 2d100s. Daka. That's what we call it.
Fight!
Fight the kid.
Oh no.
29 and 5.
Alright. Daka's music starts just blaring louder. Explosions come out of his fingers that like cause his arms to fly back to the sides of his body. And they even cause Ieko to slightly move as the rest of the party gets shoved hard a good 10 feet back. And the kid just kind of, as he goes flying a good 20 feet, kind of steps, kind of gets back up, wipes the dirt off his head, off his face, and goes, "You bigger Daka."
Yes.
The kid just kind of looks at each of you, waiting.
Come, small Daka. We will make you big Daka one day.
Just stop the kid.
The kid looks up and
I
nods
see
and
no
like
problem.
runs over to the ladder and starts climbing up.
Yeah.
Another one!
Sneaky little kid.
He just kind of runs off and disappears into the barrels of the ship.
All right, let's do this.
Yes.
I get on the ship. Let's go.
All right.
Onwards.
Bigger Daka and little Daka.
As the whole party climbs onto the ship, it begins to lift into the air off the ground about 30 feet and just stops, waiting as you lot kind of circle around, deciding where you're going to go. Little Daka comes out with suddenly you see he has a little wizard hat, a little bit of some like really tiny robes that were like, you can tell someone hand sewed for him, and a stick from what looks to be an obvious random tree.
This is gonna be a terrible idea. Can I offer him the Staff of Frost?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I will hold this long magic ice staff out to him.
He kind of looks at it and goes, with big eyes, goes, "Me?"
Yes.
He kind of grabs it.
Strong
and
staff for a strong wizard.
he grabs it and it shrinks down to his hand size immediately, and you see as his hands start to sparkle with little snowflakes, and he like giddily jumps up and down, clapping.
A properly equipped caster.
Little
Fancy
Daka.
little orc.
Do you know if there's any towns nearby?
Oh,
Said little Daka.
Town.
More people.
Yeah, big group of people.
Town here.
Fort.
Port?
Fort.
Ships?
Fort.
Castle.
Fort. Big building.
Ships.
Big
Sure.
strong building.
The kid looks very confused.
Daka's also very confused.
Anyone draw it? Anyone draw a castle?
I have a fort in my back pocket.
What?
What? Yeah, so we've never seen.
You have never said this, by the way.
I just turned to see it go, and I'm like, can we have the ship just take us back to the battlefields?
Goji can command it. Yeah.
Oh, Goji's in command
The
now?
kid
Yeah.
smiles and goes, "Battlefield?"
Battlefield.
Battlefield.
Battlefield, and he kind of runs up
Battlefield.
to the wheel and starts to turn it. Like you can see him really like heaving as he's trying to move the big
Can I-
oak wheel.
I will assist. I will get it wherever he wants this wheel to go. I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
As you kind of walk up and start to help him, he turns you to the west and starts kind of like sets a course to go straight west from where you are.
Onwards to the battlefield.
Battlefield! He rages his hands. Yes.
How did Goji end up becoming the captain? Did
Because I
slots.
needed an attunement slot for the Gravis's ring, and he had open slots.
Mm.
Yes. Goji is technically the one who
Goji is the captain now.
yeah. However, as you watch, he goes into the captain's quarters and the windows go dark, and you just hear chewing.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's fine.
Me
Do we at
speaking-
some point hear him yell, "Little Dakas don't taste good"?
No,
No, no.
no. Little Daka is hanging out with Sieko as he's sitting up there like working.
I'm talking about the apples.
Oh, the
not-
apples. Yeah. After a few minutes, you do hear that suddenly as a little like green core comes rolling out of the room.
I mean,
and Goji, you just hear him yelling that he demands ale.
I was like, I'll prepare these because I have brewer supplies. I can get started.
It will take you about a day to crush down all the apples, to get the yeast all pitched up, and then it'll take about a week
Yeah.
to ferment it.
Well, yeah, I just want to start it.
Because that'll be the starting batch of it just sitting there with its fermentation process before you start distilling and everything like that, if you
I may-
decide to.
I may as well start now. Take
Now,
time.
on this ship, you do have the capability to distill if you want to make a hard liquor. Otherwise, just with a barrel, you can just make a straight wine.
I would like to give
go hard.
Tigtrick an amulet of Terra.
Oh, okay.
What is this?
It's an amulet to to the nice lady, to Terra Citus.
I know them. I think I've heard that name before. Or
You
seen it.
worship her now.
What?
You worship her now. You took the amulet.
As you take the amulet, you just see a tabaxi woman just standing there in a full thieves outfit, just standing next to Daka looking at you.
Oh, hello. It's been a while.
She didn't say anything, but you see as she starts to ready up a leather glove on her hand.
Are you gearing up or something to the battlefield?
As Tigtrick says this, suddenly a divine smack upside the head, and Tigtrick finds himself a follower of Terra.
I'm gonna give an amulet to little Daka.
That was weird. Why did I?
You now see, by the way, Tigtrick, that Daka is glowing with a lot of divine magic.
Holy shit.
He's like a light in a fucking storm. He's bright.
Daka, can you tone it down?
And I am the complete opposite.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, damn,
Uh-huh.
can Terra give him, knowing he doesn't know much, a booklet of the basics of worshiping a god?
Yeah. Doc, as you feel around, suddenly something heavy in your back pocket, and it's a little picture book drawn by a young child that says, and it reads on the cover, "How to worship your god, or your parents' god." And as you open it, it like shows little pictures of different gods being all real cutesy, and then people like paying like food and coin to their shrines. And then, like, there's a little kid that shows him as sick, and then suddenly, after the parents hand some money over to the god, the kid feels better.
You've seen it, Daka. This is what we must do for Terra Citus.
I don't think it was for him. I think it was supposed to be for me.
Little Daka
I'm-
kind of
I'm-
looks at it and looks back at Big Daka and goes, "Weak god."
Oh,
Oh, whoa.
No. Terra Citus is nice lady.
What does...
Nice is
what-
weak.
Why did I get smacked?
Can little Daka by chance see my Ashamar?
Yes. Very much so. Yeah, little Daka doesn't say anything, though. He just kind of stares up at Big Daka, at Bastion, at Sieko, and then back at Tigtrick, and then back to Big Daka again.
I'm just getting alcohol ready in the corner while they do whatever.
Little Daka kind of points at Bastion and goes, "Demon!"
Yes,
Correct.
that's true.
Yeah, he kind of is.
He tried to sell my soul once.
Succeeded, technically.
He did sell my
What's
soul.
a soul?
I think everyone has one. I think.
You don't really need it.
Oh, you don't?
Yes, you do.
Well,
No.
it's my soul, so no one's allowed to have it unless I say they can.
Well, I mean, doesn't Terra kind of have your soul now?
Well, I don't know.
Actually, no.
Technically,
like-
yes.
But you worship.
Yeah, but I didn't take it. I left it there.
Yeah, but when he dies, his soul goes to you, basically.
Yeah, that's afterlife stuff. That's not important.
It's technically the same
Did
as
you
that
not read
thing.
Did you not read the fine print of that book?
What's fine print?
As you look, Daka, in the book, as you reopen it, you see a long thing of on the very end page of a very long and lengthy worded contract of sorts that explains all the powers given to someone who is a servant of a divine, and like what they are capable and such. Like it's the proper adult breakdown. Daka, most of it doesn't make much sense.
Too long, didn't read.
And then really just TLDR'd the fucking fine print of how to
Mm-hmm.
of what it is to be servant of God.
We'll get Goji to make us go.
We're already going to the battlefield.
Are we going? Did we ever start moving?
The ship's been moving this entire time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was working alcohol and not like telling us to move.
Okay.
Little Doc is still trying to move the wheel back and forth. Pop-up book. But no, yeah, he keeps trying. The wheel doesn't move any. He just kind of sits there and messes with it as he's playing.
What spells do you know, little Daka?
I know Big Rock spell. I know Metal Man spell. I know Dead Man spell.
That sounds fun.
I know Lightning. My teacher taught me a lot.
Little that's Daka good.
is best, little Daka.
I can't wait to see on the battlefield what you can do.
What's a battlefield?
You point us to a battlefield.
It's where people kill each other. a lot of people kill each other.
I don't know what that is.
Can I get Goji to direct us back to the battlefield we were at?
You don't see Goji.
Is he still in the
Goji?
captain quarters?
The captain cords are closed. You never saw Goji leave, but you don't see him anywhere.
I'd like to
Okay.
go in there.
As you go to open the door does not open.
I will go through the door with
Uh,
it being a ghost.
As you do, it immediately repulses you. As this is a
Rude.
magical room, you cannot
What
forcibly
the
enter.
fuck?
It is his own personal domain and space. But you do hear the quiet snoring of a very large lizard.
God damn it.
He took a nap.
All right, I'll
Okay.
direct us by hand.
Little dog
I mean-
kind of like looks at you and shakes his head. No, as you kind of come up towards the wheel.
Why?
He just continues to point off behind you towards the front of the ship.
Okay. I'll see where he's leading us, I guess. Sure.
As you turn and look, you see 4 winged creatures just attacking each other violently. A few seconds go by, and then there's fire, there's acid, something that's blue, and then a massive explosion. And as you're getting closer, those creatures getting larger.
I don't want to get
Larger?
close.
That battlefield.
And then you realize those are 4 dragons.
Yeah,
Oh, Sunday's battlefield. I see.
Oh.
I am turning the ship. Absolutely not.
The kid goes, battlefield, and as he points,
You didn't know what that was a second ago.
the kid smiles and points again and goes, battlefield.
What are you?
Battlefield.
My name is Little Daka.
Yes.
I am turning the wheel. Absolutely not.
He claps his hands and he goes, no.
Do you want to die to 4 large dragons?
I won't die to dragons.
No, Daka's best. Why would he die to the dragon?
How big are the dragons? Are they like what like what category size? could I
They are
say?
larger than any you've seen so far.
Bad. To turn the wheel, Sick.
They,
Please.
they are technically smaller than the big red one that tried to, make you its servant, but not by much.
The one that tried to put wings on me.
Yes.
Hey, I have wings now.
The actual ones.
Little Daka kind of claps again and goes, teacher taught me battle. We go forward.
I trust the little. Let's see.
Little Daka.
War.
How old are you?
Huh? What's old?
Oh,
How many moons have passed in the sky?
well, that's a lot of moons.
You see it as his eyes kind of look up in the air, so you can tell he's trying to count. He holds up a hand, and then he holds up another hand, and he puts his hands down, holds up 2 more hands, and continues doing this for a few minutes.
How many motions of that does he do?
Almost 40.
40 moons. 40 months?
Well,
Well,
no,
they're
40
shorter than months.
I'm assuming each
40
finger.
hands.
40 hands.
400 moons. I don't know how many years that is. Is it similar? Is it similar to our moon?
Well, because
and
doesn't
how
this
long it
world
takes?
have 2 moons?
Mm-hmm, it does.
Oh, okay. That might not have been a great tell.
I'm just gonna prep the ship for battle.
And the kid looks at you and goes, No, I handle.
Okay. All right.
The kid kind of, as you get closer, and you can see these dragons are getting bigger and bigger. They are the size of large cities that are tearing at each other. You hear shouting from down below, as someone's shouting in giant, up at the dragons, but they don't seem to respond.
Giant.
Yes.
What is it saying?
You hear them keep saying, he's not dead, please go away. Something about a dragon named Voldan. It doesn't translate very well. You're not sure if it's Voldan or if it's a different name.
It's like something about someone not dead or something. A Vol.
I like
Oh,
Any
the
guys
problem is they're not dead. I can make them dead.
Is
that
it like a
green dragon
Voldan?
over there seems fun.
What?
The green
It's
dragon.
because it green. Is it because it green?
The kid looks over at Big Daka and goes, "Pet?"
Yes.
He nods, and you see he kind of sets the ice, or he hands the ice staff off to Big Daka, and he kind of takes off his wizard robes, his hat, and as he does, this child begins to morph into a very large-looking dragonborn that measures. You see, as he continues to row, he stops at around 15 feet tall, and he is just as wide and muscular, and the ship starts to sink under his weight as he starts to slowly walk towards the end of the ship and starts to pick up with a jog, causing the entire ship to bounce up now. And the kid jumps and jumps onto the green dragon and starts fucking trying to grapple it to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. About a few minutes go by, and you watch as the dragons kind of split up and dissipate, except for the green one, who eventually falls to the ground underneath the weight. And as they slam together, you hear a roar from the green dragon, and little Daka just kind of seem to fall deeper into the ground, as you are just kind of floating there. As you're kind of watching this, though, as you're looking over the ship, watching, you suddenly feel something at the back of your ship kind of step on and causes the ship to kind of bounce a little bit or rumble a little bit. And up walks this fiery red-looking human with very long red hair, very mature-looking, very angry-looking.
Do they
Hello?
look like the person that tried to
Tadric immediately recognizes this one.
Not again! Not again! Not again! Not again! I run.
She walks up, kind of comes walking in and looks at Ichi and goes, "Huh." She goes, "Bastion, you've looked much better before, but I respect the new look. The undead thing, it's got a new piece on this modern world that I just can't get over."
Well, I appreciate that.
She looks at you and nods and goes, "Yes, where's your friend? I finally found those wings, and it's something to
Like the stealth, please.
meld them onto.
You actually are just a little late on that one.
Oh?
Yeah, he went into a shell or an egg the big green guy sat on him. He came out with wings. I don't know.
She looks over at Tick Trick who's trying to.
I tried to stealth.
He looks at you and goes, "I can see you.
Still?
Show
Dang,
me
I'm not good
your
enough yet.
wings."
Okay. I oblige, and I will try and fly again.
As roll Arcana.
Okay.
One's got a hammer. Oh no.
19.
19. Yeah, you managed to sprout your wings out this time, coming out with this glorious, almost butterfly like wings, and float comfortably for once. And
This
she
is
looks
weird.
up at you and goes, "Wow." Less glamorous than what I was hoping for. And she kind of turns back to Bastion and goes, "So I've come here because I hear there's a rumor, good Bastion." And she puts her arm around your shoulder, not even bothered by the rotting flesh or the smell. And she goes, "That you have a Tarrasque of the great enchanter Tim, and I have come to take them away with me."
Oh God.
I do.
Yes, did you not go to Aventium to steal this Tarrasque egg?
No, I have not been to Oventium.
I slowly back up.
You're telling me I flew all the way out here and you don't even have a Tarrasque egg.
Yeah, correct.
She kind of looks back at the Daka and at Siaka and goes, "Do you mind keeping quiet?" And she snaps her finger and silence just envelops both of you. And she
I
looks
gotta go
back
check
at
on little Daka, so I'm heading down with my green rock.
You turn and floats away. Doesn't even pay attention as she continues to turn back to Bastion, continuing to hold him close. And she goes, "Now listen. See, I'm going to need you to find me either this Tarrasque egg that Tim the Enchanter had, or I'm going to have to commandeer your life."
I think my life has already been commandeered.
You know, I was wondering why you smelled like a demon. You know, it's not good to make deals with demons. We dragons, as she pulls her arm off of you, and kind of stands back up and starts walking away, monologuing to herself. You know, dragons, we give fair deals. Demons, they're very jealous types. They're not patient. You know, if you'd think for a creature that had such a long lifespan. And she looks over at Sieko and goes, "Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You're a dragon, aren't you?" And she uncasts the silent spell.
I never said I was a dragon.
What are you then?
You come here looking for me and you don't know who I am? I'm insulted.
She looks back at Bastion and goes, "Did you hatch the egg?"
No, we didn't hatch that one.
He showed up on our ship, I'll be honest.
She looks back at Siaka and goes, "Well, good news. You're gonna come with me.
You thought I was saying I'm 290 years old.
Time's relative to me. You mortals don't. Your timelines don't make sense to me. You got calendars and everything. I don't. You know, seasons changing and all that. Anyways, you, good Sieko, is it? Well, of course it is. I paid for you. Well, I commissioned you technically. And Tim didn't pay off. So, you do technically belong to me now. I have your paperwork here. So you're just gonna sign this contract, and we'll be all right.
I don't know anyone named Tim.
Do you know where Duramar is?
She looks back at Tick Trick and goes, "You need to hush now, child. The adults are talking." And she turns back to Sieko.
I don't know someone named Tim though.
Okay. We're gonna do this one of the two. Your friend was smart. The one that jumped off the ship, or the one that's snoring. They understood. So we're gonna do this one of two ways. You're either gonna sign this piece of paper right here with your own blood, or I'm going to throw you and your entire party into the ocean until you drown or die.
Oh, what's the paper say, DM?
She smiles. And she hands it to you. And it's a simple contract confirming you are hers, you belong to her household, and you fully are her property.
Hey, DM, I'm gonna go jump out of the ship, by the way.
Okay. You're gonna fly down with Daka?
Yeah, sure, I'll try and fly. Why not? Why not? Like I get to practice
Wait,
it.
were you just gonna ghost at the very bottom of the flight?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
I mean, either will work. I'll take either. Yeah. As you sprout with your wings sprout, you start to fly down slowly with a little bit of sparkly dust behind you. You see
The guy's
Daka
a
kind of
fairy.
floating down at a faster rate. The lady kind of looks at Sieko though and goes, "Now, you gonna sign or do I have to go catch your friends?" You know, the bug is really fun to chase. I wouldn't mind chasing him around for a few minutes. He really squirms really funnily. Hey, watch this. As she kind of leans over. Hey, Tickdrick, I'm coming for you next.
Can I insight this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have great insight. It is well known.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not bad. 15.
She's telling the truth, or you think
shit.
she is.
I try and hover faster.
Hovering speeds up like a go-kart or like a golf cart going 1 mile faster suddenly.
I'll put on the gas.
They're not even my friends, but I don't want to die.
Step
Fine.
on the gas, you say?
As you sign onto it, she looks at you and smiles and goes,
Signing your soul away isn't the worst thing you can do, Sieko.
Oh, shut up, Bastion.
She kind of grabs the contract, looks it over, kind of taps it on her hand, and then snaps as it disappears. And she goes, "Technically, he's right. Just don't make deals with demons. They never make fair deals. All now all that this entails is that make sure that no dragons try to take you. And when you die, your body will be mine. So don't worry about it and have a good life." As she just turns and flies away. Oh, and she stops for a second as she's like halfway through turning into her dragon form again. And she steps back onto the ship, making the whole thing kind of rattle a little bit. She looks back at Bastion and goes, "Tell Tickdrick, I will be collecting him soon." And she just gives
Will
a big
do.
wry smile as she flies off.
Mm.
You're
Um,
surprised to be ahead.
Daka, you look as you see the giant red dragon just fly off as you kind of land onto the ground finally, and you see the very little Daka playing with his baby miniature dragon.
He's so adorable.
Little Daka
What
looks
a-
up and goes, "I call him Spit Up."
Spit up is a good, bestest boy.
He pets the little Daka pets the dragon. It looks really afraid. It's being held against its will. You
What
look,
about message?
Daka. The dragon has a strange iron chain around its neck that seems to glow with different runes all on it, and it seems to tighten anytime the dragon starts to look like it's got any irritation towards the little Daka. Few minutes go by though, Daka, as you're kind of playing with Spit Up, and little
Yeah.
Daka, Tickdrick, goddamn my brain today, kind of comes floating down with his butterfly wings and his sparkliness as he finally hits the ground.
Dick Trick. This is Spit Up.
I will message Spit Up. Hello, Spit Up.
You get a message
I'll
back.
wave.
For the love of God, save me!
What's wrong?
This kid isn't what you think he is. Please help.
Spit Up your name.
No.
What's your name?
He starts to speak some strange language that you have no idea, Tickdrick, what the fuck he's saying. You just see pictures of images in your head suddenly appearing and then dissipating.
Yes, okay.
Little Daka looks up at Tickdrick and goes, "Spit Up knows picture games."
I like picture games.
Oh.
And you see the little Daka smack Spit Up really hard, and Spit Up just kind of like fucking ringing. Looks up and Daka, Big Daka, and goes, Daka, you suddenly see the pictures of your memories, your childhood, playing with the local animals before you'd beat them and eat them. Normal orc things.
No more things, yes.
I'll message the Spit Up again. What do I get if I try and help you?
You see like this green like liquid kind of comes out of the little dragon for a moment, like starts to melt the ground, and he looks back up at you, drool out of his mouth, and looks up at you with like pain, and you hear the message: "The blessings of helping a dragon, the kindness of putting me out of my misery."
He spit up.
You hear crying, and it's in your head.
Little Daka, how, what do you want to do with spit up?
Eat him. And you see the dragon just go stiff.
Now, little Daka, would you take 25 building materials?
What did buy?
As
Or-
Bastion and Sieko finally land their ship and come walking up to the party, and little Daka looks
Oh,
up and
my
goes,
fault. I forgot I wasn't there.
"Yeah, no, you're good." Little Daka looks up at you, Bastion, as you say this, walk up and goes, "Building materials."
I'll hold out 25 gold coin. Building material.
He holds the spit up by the neck, and you can see he's strangling the dragon.
How about 50 building materials?
Oh, he turns the dragon over to Tiktrick, clamping harder on the dragon's throat, who's going purple now. The kid's just waiting to see who takes the dragon from him.
I'll give
Sure.
more.
I complete the offer.
Alright, as Sieko goes to say something, Tiktrick grabs the dragon and hands the gold over. The kid lets the dragon go. Immediately the chain breaks and this massive fucking dragon reappears, and it goes, "Oh, holy shit," and starts flying at rapid speed as it's like lumbering
I
up
messaged
in the air.
him, you owe me.
You hear a confirmation as it floats away with a damaged wing, its tail in a weird angle.
Oh, pet's gone.
Little Daka looks
We can
up
get
and
we can
goes,
get another one.
"Oh, Spit Up doesn't like Tiktrick."
Yeah. Dragons don't really like me. I don't know why.
Want me to bring him back?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
You can have the 50 building materials though. I'll give him 50 gold.
He takes the gold and kind of starts playing with it in his hands.
I miss spit up.
Yeah, Daka, you watch as he flies away in a really awkward way. Like kinks all over his body,
It's like that little,
bruising
like,
around his
little,
neck. For the poor abused whale, yes.
Oh. Man, are we near these buildings or whatever? Like, are we in the
You're standing in the middle of
a
a city right now that's been blown to shit. And
Man, this place is pretty
bodies
desolate,
kind
though.
of destroy, like decimated. There are imprints of shadows in the area. The fortress that's in, like attached on the mountain is still standing, a little scorched, but still standing. But the city is just destroyed.
You guys want to check out the fort?
Yeah.
Little Daka looks up and goes, "Want me to get rid of the bad guys in the fort?
There's bad guys in there?
There's bad guys in there.
I want to fight the bad guys.
That sounds fun.
Strong bad guys."
How strong?
He kind of looks up and like you can tell he's thinking. He goes, "Stronger than Little Daka."
Ooh.
Well, maybe we help little Daka take him down.
No, Little Daka has no problem with it. Big Daka, do you have a problem with enemies?
No.
He looks over at Bastion and goes, "Bastion, do you have problems with enemies?"
Nope.
Then we teleport them and steal their loot.
Yes.
Smiles. And he has to rub his hands and he goes, "All right, Big Daka, think blue portal. All in castle, but not move castle."
There he
You
goes.
watch as a massive blue teleportation or circle opens up around the entirety of the castle. You hear yelling and "fuck yous" in every language you can imagine as the circle goes up and it dissipates.
Just got rid of the Sunday party.
Did we just
Daka,
steal
yeah,
Sunday
Daka,
bracelet?
you feel yourself straining a little bit. You're a little concerned, but you know you're good. You went off for once. Little Daka seemed to help you focus, or maybe you had just gotten better at mastering your own power.
All right, let's go find loot.
Hey, all right.
Yeah! Daka, new king of orcs.
Oh no!
King Daka!
As you go rushing into the castle, little Daka goes, King Daka?
Is there a throne in
We
here?
King Daka!
He smiles up and he claps his hands, and you see a massive thing of magic explode out from his hand as a field goes out. Across the globe, nothing happens.
King Daka!
You all notice Daka now has a crown on his head.
Which
Big-
one? The big one?
Cook, yeah, Big Daka's
Okay.
got a crown on his head.
King
King
Daka!
Daka.
Oh god.
So I don't know that the pit fiend can like hear me or whatever, but I like look down at the ground and I'm like, well, I think I just found your brainless puppet.
You see as your shadow suddenly nods along. As you start running into the castle, all together, Bastion following behind at a slower pace with Sieko and Tiktrick, I imagine.
Yeah.
Walking in, Daka, as you come in, you see this castle is glamorous. There's gold everywhere. It is shiny. There's a red carpet. There's servants of orcs just waiting for you in different, butler and maid outfits. A couple of royal guards standing there at the foot of the throne. This massive throne made of a mix of golden skulls and silver, animals and beasts of mythical, forgotten histories. All attached to this massive throne. And little Daka just looks up at you and goes, "I make you king." And he smiles.
King Daka!
He nods.
I mean, go sit on your throne.
Sit on the throne!
As you run up and sit down, suddenly you feel a massive surge of magic just hit you, Daka. A few moments go by, and you all suddenly hear someone comes running in with a ball, like a crystal ball in hand, on a pillow, and this orc just comes running in, he sets it down and goes, my liege! And he kind of kneels in front of Daka, this like scrawny young orc, and he looks up and goes, "Message from the front."
Understood. Tell me.
And he activates the scrying spell, and you see the previous queen being cut down by this group of adventurers. Tiktrick, you recognize them almost immediately as the group you had helped out in the Hellilands. And the messenger goes, "The queen was assassinated. Of course, all hail, my liege. But the army is demanding we gain vengeance by slaughtering the last one of the competitors."
Like
I
green?
know those guys.
Yeah. Sir, we already have spies within the city ready to take the city out.
I don't know that bustly guy though.
Is the city green?
It isn't anymore. They stole the green from the city.
So it isn't worth anything anymore.
No, but there are green items within.
Take the green items. Leave them greenless.
And he goes, is that to my understanding? Do you mean to enact that plan, my liege?
Yes, take the green.
He nods and he goes, "My liege is understood." He turns and he goes running off with the crystal ball in hand.
What is happening?
Little Daka just kind of looks at the party and smiles and just continues to enjoy himself as he's watching this whole thing.
I need a little throne made for my little Daka.
The guards kind of nod, and one of them kind of starts marching out, and you hear in the distance some yelling as the guard comes walking back in. Looks at the rest of the party and goes, and looks up at Big Doc and goes, "My liege, our craftsmen are currently working on it."
Right.
Kind of goes and sits down. Goes
You're
back to his
promoted.
post. And he goes, "My liege, I'm already a royal guard. I can't be. I'm the captain of the royal guard."
Now you're Grand Captain of the Royal Guard.
Do my wages increase?
No.
Does my work increase?
Yes.
My liege, little Daka, out of the respect of what you have for him, should be given this title. I feel like outside of the king's title, the second best is the leader of the elite guard to the king himself.
You have a great point, Captain of the Guard. Little Daka!
Little dog just looks up at you, smiling.
You are Supreme Commander.
Okay. Little Daka just kind of nods nods and claps his hands excitedly. And you see the captain kind of look at Big Daka and go,
Yes.
My liege, I'll make sure he is caught up on the war effort immediately. As he holds out his hand to take Little Daka into one of the war rooms.
Thank you, Captain.
So the two start walking off.
Can I look around to see if there's any dead bodies? Is there dead bodies in here?
There's none. The place is pristine.
It's a pretty clean place, Daka.
Doc has made it.
What do you want to do, Daka, as king of these people?
I want some eggs.
As you mentioned this, the guard kind of clicks too and kind of starts marching off. And we're gonna end session here for today because I don't know where else to take this, so I need some time to think.
You did this.
I did. Thank you all for watching today's session. We will see you next time to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Hunter just screwed over Sunday. His own king.
Screw them over so
does-
bad.
Does Daka Senior wanna read his journal for the day?
We'll protect Tick Trick by sitting on him like a baby bird egg. I am now Tick Trick's mum.
No.
I am hungry for eggs. Statues look realistic. Tick Trick causing more problems. Lucky Fox is lucky and nice. Grey means bored. I shall paint the grass green. Tick Trick is a punk asshole. I am Bigger Daka. Little Daka is a fancy little orc. King Daka is the best.
Alright, thank you for those who watched. We'll see you for next session. I don't know what the fuck to do. Alright. I haven't been stumped